So, Gala have decided to burn all Gala tokens used to make purchases on the Gala platform, and the price is absolutely ripped. Welcome back to Bearman Crypto, where we talk all things crypto. So, another day, another video, another Gala video. It just feels like at the moment I'm just making so many Gala videos, but there's so much happening in the Gala ecosystem. It is something that I just feel that I need to share with everyone. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and smash the like button if you enjoy this video. And really, I just want to cover just another announcement made by Gala yet again. This week it just feels like it's been announcement after announcement. It's literally been going on for the past week, and yesterday Gala made yet another announcement which has sent shockwaves, and clearly it's driven the price to skyrocket yet again. So this is the announcement made by Gala yesterday, basically where they said that they're introducing this pay to burn scheme, and basically throughout Q1 of 2023, any purchases that are made on the Gala platform using the Gala token will essentially be burnt. And there's still the option that you can use ETH or credit cards, and that is more specifically to anyone that is maybe not a Gala token holder. So they still obviously encourage payments through ETH and credit cards, but this announcement specifically relates to anyone making purchases using the Gala token. And basically this pay to burn scheme will be implemented. I think they're basically implemented as we speak at the moment, and should be in full effect by the end of this week. And basically, once these Gala tokens are burnt, essentially, the same quantity that is burnt will be re-emitted via the founders nodes. So basically, they'll go back into normal distribution through the founders nodes. And really, the reason why they've done this is they want to continue to incentivize the founders nodes, who are essentially the OGs of the Gala ecosystem, and really it's to really repay them for their loyalty to Gala. And obviously there's the issue of the halving. So you may or may not know, so every year Gala basically halves the amount of tokens that get emitted via the founders nodes. And obviously this has not been going down well with anyone that is a founders node holder, or anyone looking to buy a founders node. It just wasn't appealing, and I think this is one of the reasons why they've basically introduced this. And down here you can see basically a diagram which shows how the whole process will work. That an end user, if they make a purchase on the platform, it goes to this burn address. The actual token is burnt, and then what happens is from this re-emit pool, the equivalent tokens will be re-emitted and put into basically distribution for founders nodes. And really it's to increase the longevity again of people that are holding the founders nodes. Obviously this announcement has caused a fair bit of confusion. I've been in the Discord today, and so many people had so many questions, but they've come out since then. So Bitbender's come out with just a bit more clarification, and I think the way that he explains it makes absolute sense. So if you want to see this announcement in detail, if you follow Bitbender on Twitter, this announcement is basically there. And the way it's working is, or the way this has been explained, I'll just give you the overview, is basically, if you think of, it's basically two flasks, one on top of each other. One is basically dripping water into the flask down below. So the one at the top is essentially your max supply, and that's dripping down into the one below, which is essentially the circulating supply. So that's the way it's been explained. And then if you think once it's been emitted into the circulating supply, the burning mechanism is taking tokens out of the circulating supply. If you think of that removal, that burning mechanism as essentially a pipette, and that water that drips into the pipette is then taken out and maybe used to water a plant, for example. So it's essentially, if you think of that as the burning process, and then what happens is the equivalent amount of water used to water that plant is then put back into the flask at the top. This is the way that it's been explained, and it gives a bit more clarity in terms of how that process will be working. And one of the reasons, I think when everyone first heard that they'll be burning the tokens, everyone automatically thought that the max supply would essentially reduce. That is not the case. And the reason, obviously, why that would never be the case is it would cause a lot of, I guess, systemic instability. And another reason why they want to introduce this type of burning mechanism, in the sense that the tokens are completely burnt and then reminted, is because they don't want one specific wallet to hold a lot of Gala, because obviously that creates quite a big systemic risk that maybe one day something could go wrong and that wallet could be hacked or whatever. That's just a risk that they don't want to have sitting in the background, hence this reminting process, and it just makes it a bit more future proof. So that's basically the crux of the announcement, and it has been driving the price, obviously. But if we look at some of the stuff that Gala currently have in their stores that's being sold in Gala, you can see that there's loads of like games. If we scroll down specifically, spider tanks, a lot of NFTs, spider tanks that you can actually purchase in Gala. So some of them obviously are selling out, as you can see, for Mirandus. So all these items will be sold in Gala. So if you imagine over the next three months, all the tokens made that are used to make purchases will essentially be burned as part of that process. And also additional burning that is happening from a film perspective. They've got the Ghost of Ruins. They're selling their NFTs at the moment, and the burning doesn't stop there. So they had previously some of these top tier NFTs that they've basically stopped selling and burnt them forever. So the residual balance that was not purchased has essentially been burnt forever. So it just feels like wherever you look, Gala are looking to burn something, and clearly it's having a positive effect on the price. And from a music perspective, a whole host again of NFTs. I've covered this in my previous videos. Some great NFTs here, all again for sale in Gala. So all these will be included in that burning process, which is, you know, it creates that momentum for this approach that Gala are taking. So if we have a quick look at the price, obviously it's a massive green day again for Gala based on some of those announcements that I've just covered. You can see here, just to reiterate what I was talking about, so you've got this max supply. So this max supply will always remain at 50 billion. And then you've obviously got your total supply, which is basically sitting up here. And the difference between this max supply here and this total supply is essentially the unminted supply. So this is what is yet to be, that difference is what is yet to be emitted to through the emissions for founder nodes. So that's what some of that is. But again, back to the price action, you can see here still up. And if you bought 14 days ago, you're sitting pretty at the moment, over 223% up, which is absolutely amazing. And if we just have a look on the chart on TradingView that we're looking at previously, I think in my last video we're sat around this, just above this 4 cent mark, and I said that we're likely to make another run up to that about 5 cent mark, which is where we're sitting now. and I think we're likely to now experience a fair bit of resistance. I think it'll be quite difficult to push past this 6 cent mark in the short term. Who knows if Gala have got more news up their sleeve? You never know. That price could pump further. Of course, not financial advice. Just my thoughts. But that's all really I wanted to cover for you in this video. Hope you enjoyed that content, and I'll see you in my next video.